You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. No introduction needed. You're watching him. Introduction
Mhm.
needed. He's not that high profile. Don't worry.
Introduction needed. Okay, chill. Okay, that's how we starting it. Okay,
You know
okay.
what bugs me actually? That your face is larger than mine, so I kind of gotta move my
Nah, don't do
camera
that.
closer.
You ain't gotta
Gotta
do that.
match. Gotta match.
You ain't gotta do
So
that. You ain't gotta do that.
Tyler Perry. When I
Okay.
say that, when I say, listen, this is a Tyler Perry movie.
Hmm.
What comes to mind? I can tell you romance, black. I can tell you that. Although the entire cast,
Right.
um, when Tyler Perry comes to mind, and it's not a positive feeling, is it? When I say this was a Tyler Perry movie, you go, oh, don't you?
Yes and no. It depends. And this is the reason why I said it's a bad take, right? And the reason why your title is hella misleading, right? Tyler Perry movies, some are watchable, some are. I think we've come to the point of um ahead with Tyler Perry to where we're like, all right, Tyler, we see what lane you got, and this is what he does, right? And I think that's what you're getting at. Like you say Tyler Perry, you thinking the BT Plus stuff that he does on TV, the Madea movies, Madea goes there. He's like the new what's my
Eddie
man?
Murphy.
Ernest. Ernest saves Halloween. Ernest, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with black folks or whatever. And I think you, Dre, and a lot of y'all, it's not that y'all are wrong in what y'all are saying. I just think y'all are like y'all are going in the right direction, but then y'all veered off. Y'all veered off. And
All
I'm gonna
right.
explain it. I'm gonna let you keep talking. I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah, let me dig myself in the hole.
Yeah,
But when I
yeah.
think of Tyler Perry, though, I also want to give him points for being an independent, for being wise with his money, for
Right.
owning, for having the position that he's in, with the skin that he has,
Mhm.
and then he offers jobs. Even no matter what we say critically of these movies and our criticisms of it, how many employed people who would not be employed otherwise is he helping? Like there is a lot of good things to say about Tyler
I've
Perry.
gotten a couple Tyler Perry checks.
Oh yeah, well, tell him about your relationship with Tyler Perry, professional relationship.
Just I've done some background work. Actually, this movie that we're talking about, I was supposed to be in it, but this didn't allow me to be in it. So shout out to my homeboy Herb. Shout out to my two homegirls, Tasha. Um, they were in it, and Melanie, Tasha, and Melanie, they were in it.
Melanie, oh, I know who you're talking about. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
We
you're
don't
not
have
know.
any mutual friends, Blue.
No. But yeah. So he does. He gives a lot of jobs. He allows a lot of startup actors and things like, you know what I'm saying. This could be a good if you want to get into acting. It's open for you to segue or make a path through Tyler Perry to other things. So a lot of those actors that you see, they're a lot of them brand spanking new actors, brand spanking new DP. You know what I'm saying? He has jobs. You know what I'm saying, which is a good thing. So
Yes, a huge good thing. Very good
right,
thing.
very good thing. But back to what you back to you.
Okay, so I was gonna read some of these.
Oh, go
Derpy
ahead.
Entertainment says some have decent creative writing and some are just really bad. So yeah, they vary in quality.
Mhm.
Of course, the quality issue is a thing, but I find that trauma is too relevant. It's too reoccurring in
Okay.
his movies. Things that have to do with the black struggle are always in his movies, and I wish that he every now and again, one out of every 3 movies, he's just got this. Yes, everyone's black, which is awesome, but have that everyone black cast doing just regular old things that don't uh, reaffirm or cement
Stereotypes.
a stereotype.
Some stereotypes are true. Oh, okay.
Some
Let's do this.
stereotypes are true. You're right, Blue. And for
Let's
2 out of 3
do
movies, we're gonna see the truth. One out of
right.
3. Give me the escapism.
But if that's not his bag, that ain't his bag. It's like you asking Shaq to shoot threes.
I'm asking the
Shaq to
Lakers
shoot
to hire
threes.
a 3-point shooter and put that person on staff. I'm not asking Shaq to shoot the threes. I'm talking to JB Bickerstaff and or what's his
JB
name? Buss.
Bickerstaff.
What's his
Jerry
name?
Buss.
Jerry Buss, because
Jerry
he
Buss
was
is
very.
no longer alive, but I got you. I got you.
But when Shaq was playing, I'm asking
Mhm.
Jerry Buss. I'm talking to the GM at that time. Was it Larry West or Jerry
Jerry
West?
West. Jerry West.
Wow, I said
Yeah.
Larry West.
It's all right. It's all right.
I don't even get to finish my point for that disrespect to the logo. Oh, but I'm
Disrespecting
not
the logo,
asking.
man.
That's no analogies. I'm not asking Tyler Perry to create those movies that he's incapable of creating because that's not his forte. I'm asking
Mhm.
him to empower the storyteller that can, because he's writing and producing everything. It feels like he's
He is.
so hands on with everything.
He is.
And I'm
And
telling the man how to work.
that's a valid, and like I said, I don't think that you guys are wrong in what you're saying. That is a valid point in saying, hey, hire somebody to do, you know what I'm saying? Like if I want to escape it, but maybe it's not gonna come from Tyler Perry Productions. It's not gonna come from Tyler, but that's just not his bag. He might not want to put money into that. He knows what he knows. You know what I'm saying? Some of these businessmen, they know what they know, and that's it. Like Walmart. I don't expect Walmart to go into real heavy into like the tech world. You see what I'm saying? Like they know logistics. I can ship goods, I buy goods, I ship goods. You know what I'm saying? Now I might buy another company that also buys goods and ship goods. You see what I'm saying? But I don't see Walmart jumping into the tech world. It's like that with Tyler Perry. So, but you're not wrong in your take. Hiring somebody to do that would be dope and coming from Tyler Perry, right? It's just I don't if and I would say this. If you are in the business of making anything and you have gotten to billionaire status the way Tyler Perry is,
Mhm.
doing what you do, are you ready? Are you pivoting? It's chill pivoting. It's chill
Why isn't
pivoting.
it evolving? Why isn't it
Well, I mean,
I've
evolve, what pivot, evolve, whatever word you want to use. Are you doing that? Are you
it's
risking the
everything was a
money?
risk. It was a risk to create a studio or warehouse studio and have oh, we got 31 viewers watching right now. Solid. Thank you everyone for
Solid,
jumping
solid.
in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk for him to license out his set and everything for Marvel Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't have to do that to even create that lot and on the land that used to belong to a plantation once upon a time, which is
Once
awesome.
way back when, yeah.
Way back when. But this is a risk to do that. Now take the experiences you've learned from your superhero, what you're tangentially, you were around it, so you kind of picked up things here and there, and then go find an independent comic book creator and say how much you need. What, 60-70 million dollars? Make it 50, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can fund that for sure. Like, where's that risk?
The risk in that is I'm Tyler Perry and I'm known for this. This is an independent comic book, a black comic who is not known at all, right?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, I'm into making my first thing. It's got to make sense. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong. It would be dope if Tyler Perry could go and get Chill, who does independent comics, and put 50 to 60 million behind him. But now I got to get my 50. I got to get my 50 to 60 back, and
Well, that's part of the deal.
I also have to get my marketing back because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing everything because you're just Chill, the independent comic book guy, right?
Right.
I hire a writer. I got to pay him. You know what I'm saying? I got to recoup everything back. That's
the risk. I'm
right.
asking him to take the risk, though. I'm asking him to do it instead of the
Maybe
$10
on a
million.
smaller scale. Maybe on a smaller scale, and maybe he's looking like I don't see Steve McQueen doing this. I don't see my man
Coogler, Antoine Fuqua.
Right. I don't see these guys doing it. So why should I be the one to step out? Right. Why should I be the one to step out?
The money.
And all the good projects that he might want to work on, they're owned by somebody. Maybe he don't like the independent stuff. Maybe maybe he's like, I would love to do Spawn, but I can't get Spawn because fucking Todd McFarlane thinks he wants to direct the shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wants to do Night Thrasher. Maybe he done talk to Kevin Feige and say, hey man, give me Night Thrasher. I'm just saying. He can't do Black Panther. You know, we know this already, all right? We know this. Maybe he went and said, let me get Static Shock. I heard you talk about Static Shock on one of your videos. I was just watching, and he goes over to the Milestone guys or DC, because I don't even know who owns it now. I think Milestone owns it outright now, and they're just licensing it
I don't
licensing
think
the
James
TV.
Gunn is saying no. He's gonna say, yeah, sure, yeah, Elseworld, absolutely. Make it
I
look like
don't.
he's doing
I'm just
something.
saying. I don't know if he can get it and be able to put his touch on things. Right. I don't
James
know.
Gunn will let him do it just so he can slap DC Studios on it and say, look, we did something
Maybe.
black.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying these are written because if he wants to do that, I think conversations would have been had already. Like you said, he leases out his lots for Marvel, lets Marvel come through and use his lots and things like that. So I don't know why there wouldn't be a conversation like that. Maybe, like I said, that's just not his bag. And since he is the one-man band that he is, which is kind of hurting his brand. If you want to talk about what's hurting his brand, it's that being the one-man band. And because you're not getting other creators into the room to write. You're not getting other creators in the room to throw ideas out and things of that nature. But he is a phenomenal. As much as we don't like his stuff, because he cuts a lot of corners, and that's my big issue with him is the corner cut, the quality control. You know what I'm saying? That's my big issue with him. I don't him doing Madea or him doing the struggle movies. It's a lane for that. It's a lane for that. It is. I hate to say it, chill. This is where y'all veer off. It's a lane for that struggle movie. And I ain't talking about the slave shit. I'm just talking about the struggle. Women love struggles.
Yeah.
Chill. Women, that's his audience. They love struggle. His audience don't want to see Chill's superhero book. They don't.
They don't want to see Madea goes to space.
No, they don't want to. No, they will probably watch that because it's Madea. They'll watch Madea go to space, and it'll be classic Madea in space doing dumb, crazy, the zany shit that she does with the astro. She's adopted the little astronaut, and you know what I'm saying. It'll be some shit like that, but it won't be Madea up there, Kamehameha and Goku and all types. It won't be no shit like that.
All right, look, when I'm talking about a comic book that he could find on the independents and it'll be all special effectsy, 50 million, that huge budget, yes, I know it's a lot. There are superpowers which can be performed on a budget, like invisibility. You just say cut and you tell the actor step off the set and action, and all of a sudden he's invisible. Like you can get away with a cheap superhero power, super strength. You just gotta grr, and the other guys act like, which the props on the set are really light. It looks like he's lifting a boulder. There's ways to get around it with movie magic. I
It is,
respect
but
what
it's.
Tyler Perry.
Oh,
Let me read
go
some
ahead.
of these. Has built. He just needs to hire writers and directors. Yeah, that's what we were all saying. Tyler films have a feel that is very close to corporate training videos. He's one step above Neil Breen. What part of 6888 was a corner cutting movie? Like you said, you like.
Oh no, that's actually he went in for that. It was he actually did real good on it. This is one of the films where he put his heart and his soul, real dedication into doing. You know what I'm saying? And you can because this film, what was it, beginning of the year last year? No, because this was around the time that I did the Christmas movie for BET. So this would have been around November of last year when they started shooting this. So he's put his time into this. Normally Tyler Perry shoots, he'll make a movie in a week. And that's like, you shouldn't be making a movie in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like you just should. Not saying you can't, but somebody of Tyler Perry's magnitude, he's like the Master P of movies. You know what I'm saying? Like if he wants to churn out movies, he could do that shit. Because he just got I think the dude is crazy or got some type of, that's the reason why he's the only writer, because I think he just writes. Because he got shows, he do movies. Like that's a lot of writing. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of writing. So, but yeah, this was shot, I want to say about a year and a half ago.
Tyler Perry has the money. That's right. That's why I'm pointing my finger at him. I'll point at 50 Cent too when eventually, like Power Part 7, Power,
it's crazy.
what I mean? Like
50 actually has the rights to, it was a DC character, and DC doesn't own it anymore, but 50 has the rights to it, and he says he's trying to figure out a way to get it done. I can't remember the name of it. Give me 1 second.
Good. I like knowing that he's actually doing something, providing an alternate than what's his name is, Tyler. I do think it would be worth it for Tyler to branch out. The same way Tyler took a gamble with Madea and the character, he should take a risk on these other lanes, literally any other lane. Misty Knight. What's the other guy that you just mentioned? Night Thrasher. Some of these guys are
Night Thrasher.
So down here, I don't even see them. I just go T'Challa Storm, right? Luke Cage, Blade, Miles
And see,
Morales,
I
Hope
have
Knight.
I have issues with the way that you do that too. We've had our talks about that. How it can
Yeah,
only be one. For you, is no, we just need to concentrate on one.
not there's only going to be one, but it's a
No,
$4
concentrate
comic
on
book
one.
whether you're purchasing the $4 comic book where we have the highest potential of in the change we want to see enacted, which is Storm and T'Challa, or it's a $4 comic book where we're supporting the bums who are not going to be featured in the big events. And if I'm taking it into the movies, same thing. It's a movie ticket whether I support Black Panther or whether I support like Sam Wilson calling himself Captain America. It's not the same representation. It's the same cost though. So I'm just gonna talk. Me here, chill. He's gonna concentrate. The emphasis of my advocacy will be for these two top heavy dogs, and it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna watch a. Let's say they do a Blade movie. I'm still there. I'm there for Blade. If they have a Blue Marvel on TV, I'm gonna review every episode as it deserves to be. Fatal. Tyler Perry
What
plays
up,
are
Fatal?
way superior than the movies. Very funny stuff. They do Tyler Perry plays in.
It's with plays, and I'm gonna tell you this, Fatal. Since I've I'm in that world too. Matter of fact, got a cold read coming up in a couple weeks. Plays are easier to be because once I do that first play, I can play with it, and I get the reaction from the audience. So it's live feedback. With movies, you don't get that live feedback. You know what I'm saying? Either the movie gonna be good or it ain't, and that's it. I could bomb first play. Let's say I do a play in where you at? Chill, Toronto.
Yeah.
If I come up to Toronto, do a play there, right, and it bombs, and y'all just like, boo, I can probably go to New York City, fix whatever I did, and then from then on out, just keep adding and making, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting live feedback with the plays. So that's why, because once they do those plays 50, 60, 70 times for the year, that next year they come back, they know what jokes is going to be funny, what's going hit the heartstrings. They know all of that because now I've got, it's like a comedian. Comedian might go up there with his notebook, say a couple jokes. Okay,
Yeah.
these work, this don't work, scratch out, on to the next. And now by
Oh,
the time he
Dion
goes to
Cole.
his Netflix special, he
Dion
good.
Cole's gimmick is that he tests out his jokes with the
Yeah.
notepad.
But that ain't just Dion Cole. That ain't just a lot of comics do that. A lot of comics do that. That's what you're supposed to do. Get up there, let me test this out. He probably made it, watching Dion Cole, he turned it into a bit, but a lot of comics get up there with comics get up there and do it, poets get up there and do it, But let's get into what I really had the issue with when it came, because you said,
oh yeah, in my 6 888 video,
right? In regards to the movie, what I said was a bad take. The bad take wasn't the Tyler Perry issue. The take to me was about the telling of history. That's, to me, that was the bad, because you and I could be saying this wrong, but you made it seem like we don't need to tell history no more. We just need to go forward and just talk about the future. Why I can't get niggas in space instead of this movie. And I'm paraphrasing, I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. And maybe I misheard it, but that's kind of what I heard. Expound on that for me.
No, because you misheard. I'm gonna go to the video. I'll just play the part
Niggas in space.
That's because I think I did say something like, "I'm not saying these aren't important. I want to see it in a documentary. I don't want to see it in my
documentary, but not in
entertainment."
entertainment. Yeah. Why not? So let me ask you this: why not in entertainment?
I said it.
Why
The balance.
because we get, huh?
I said it. It's because of the imbalance.
What's the imbalance? Tell me, because Dre said this too, and I'm trying to figure out where the imbalance is.
Oh, you want me to answer? The imbalance is, I'll have it on the other screen. The imbalance to me is that there isn't positive portrayals on our media, or an abundance of them, where we see mother, father, love story. They have something difficult happen, but they persevere over it, that don't have to do with race. Like My Dad the Bounty Hunter is an awesome show on Netflix. Their dad is a bounty hunter in space. It's got a science fiction element to it, and they never really talk about race. Now because the main character Terry, is a black man, you'll hear him say some things that are like slang lingo. That's it. That's about it. And it's just awesome to experience someone with dark skin,
Mm.
and his adventures could have been if he was a Chinese man. Like, it's just awesome to see
Right,
that.
right. I hear you. I hear you. But let
And
me
so
let
it's
me ask you this,
imbalanced.
Chill. That show came out though, right?
Yeah.
It came. So where's the once again? I'm still not seeing the imbalance because that was a show that came out.
The imbalance is coming from there's not enough of those. I was using that to say that it
Yeah,
happens
I know what you're
for
using.
every
You're saying it's
one.
not so for every Tyler Perry, you would like the Bounty Hunter show or something similar to that.
I
I'm
think
just
you
asking.
need more bounty hunter shows
That's what
than
I'm saying. For every no, I'm just the because you said balance. So for
yeah.
every Tyler Perry show, for every P Valley, for every Snowfall, for every you would like the opposite or a show to where it's not stuff like that, right?
For every Real
All right.
Housewives of this place, that place, I want to have true great representation
So okay,
and then
so because
some.
now you're going into reality TV. So for reality TV, you would like to have a different because that's a whole nother different
Yeah,
thing you're
yeah.
talking with reality
Reality
TV.
TV is meant to be trash. There's really no defending that one.
So
I don't want a good
let's stick
reality
to
TV show. What's a good
to
reality TV show?
storytelling,
Run's House?
fiction.
Yeah, give me Run's House for every Real Housewives.
Mm, okay, okay. And you're saying that because I still don't see an imbalance. What I see is there's a push for one thing and not for the other.
Is that
Imbalance, no.
all right? So I want to see equal pushing.
Because
I won't
what
say
I'm getting at
imbalance.
is what I'm getting at is if the bounty hunter joint, because we had the bounty hunter, we got Ananyu. I think that's what it's
Oh, Ianu.
Inanyu. We got that coming. It's a lot
Let's
of
give you
stuff
one more
on
try to say that word correctly. What's it called?
Inanyu.
Ianu.
Okay, cool. Them. You have that, right?
All right.
You got stuff coming. We have to support it,
True. And
right?
this is coming in the spring. Everyone support Ianu on Cartoon Network.
All right. Did you? So let me ask you this: did you watch? Shit, what's the name of that
Yo,
show?
you'll get
The
me.
girl,
You will get me with this test. Go ahead. There's some things that I haven't
the
seen.
girl who
Clarissa Shields.
she wanted to be a wrestler. Cartoon. She was on Cartoon Network, wanted to be a wrestler. Whole the parents was accountants. She's black. She wanted to be a wrestler as a cartoon.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I also don't have
go out.
television. I
My
also
thing
don't have
is,
Cartoon Network, but
but
I
my
know
thing,
the thought
what
still
I'm getting at
stands. Did I
is,
retweet it? Did I
what
promote it?
what I'm getting at is, we have to go. I used to have this. I used to feel the same way when it came to music. Damn, we ain't got no hip hop track. You know this yada yada yada. What a good hip hop at. It ain't never left. It's there. It's just it's not. Drake got that spot. That the playlist. That's Drake, right? But that doesn't mean that the lyricists and all, if you like this type of hip hop or you like that, that doesn't mean that they quit making music or it's not there. Go support it. That's what I'm saying. It's not I used to say, damn, it's an imbalance. They only play this on the radio. They only play ratchet music. I used to say the same shit. It's not that. It's if I'm a business. I hate to
All
say
right.
it.
No, and I
If
take your point. I get it. I get your point. The
okay,
issue is not an
okay.
imbalance out there. There is good content being created, or promotional. There are characters in movies that you would love for your children to date. There are those roles that are happening. You're just not finding them. You're just not They're just not being pushed. What's the word? There's an imbalance and push. Can I say that?
And push.
Less
Okay, now
promotion.
I agree with that. It is an
All right.
imbalance and push. So Chillmonger, Dre, Blue, when you find these stories, you push them. You push them. But I would say don't be don't push them in spite of. Both can coexist because when it's an imbalance, if you're talking imbalance, when it's too much of something, it becomes bad. And that's what everything becomes bad.
While I'm not perfect at the advice that you just gave and the instructions you suggested, I am pushing things, not in spite,
Mhm.
but literally for the sake of we need more of this. I want to attract eyes to it. I've done that before. I'm not gonna talk myself or overpraise myself. I know I've done it before. If you've been
Right.
watching this channel for a long time, you've seen it. I do stuff like that where I emphasize and draw an attention to 36 people who are watching this who may not know about something like The Comic Shop, which was on Kickstarter. When I
Yep. The
remember
comic
talking
shop.
about it
I think
before,
that's.
like recently. So there's things like that and more examples. I'm I think that puts me in the position to criticize Tyler Perry because it goes, he's not just a complaining whiner. These guys are also noticing what they don't like and they're talking about what they don't like, what they would like to see improve. I don't want to drop Tyler Perry at all. And even if he does remain on course of what he's doing, it is a net positive. It's always going to be considered nice that he's doing this. He's at the position that he's got in Hollywood and he employs, and that lot is only going to expand into 2 lots, and then maybe when there's 2, then he goes, I'm spread thin. Let me just hire one of my proteges. You can be co-president of this sector, and hey, look, we got to do more movies. Maybe that's where we're getting to, and then when those other movies that he's not so overseeing so much, maybe those get to be the ones that I'm looking for. Hey, the man's age is finite. Everybody dies. I'm not wishing an early death, but the legacy, the studio was still going to continue on through somebody else, and maybe that person
Mhm.
won't be on the Tyler Perry mindset of brand of entertainment. Maybe that person has skill in doing other things when Tyler Perry transcends, or when the company goes off to somebody else, whether it's his family member or he co-president or something like that. George
Right.
Lucas
No, no.
George Lucas is on his way out. He's sold, and Dave Filoni is the new guy. It's same thing like that.
Right. Yeah. It's just I think we forget and I'm not trying to be like pro corporate. Some of these corporations is trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all that. Like the corporations is trash. They monopolizing the game. I really hate that because it takes away from competition, right? So now since there is no competition, you get
The
stuck
experience.
in your ways. You see what I'm saying? You get stuck in your ways, and that's why you don't have the Tyler Perry saying, "All right, let me try doing Black Superman." You see what I'm saying? That's not, and I don't mean like actual Black Superman, but his version of like a black,
I
you get
understood.
what I'm saying? Like it's because of that, because there's no competition, there's nobody to push. And as soon as that one independent studio comes, like A24, I'm surprised they ain't got bought out yet. They might have been bought out. I don't know, but as soon as those independent studios show up, here comes the big guy to gobble them up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get a lot of people saying Hollywood is creatively broke, right?
Yeah,
And I
I hear
believe
you.
that. I believe Hollywood. I do. I believe Hollywood is creatively broke. But me being born in the '80s, I love nostalgia. So they get me. I'm sorry, they get me with nostalgia all the time. You know what I'm saying? But they are two. I could say two things are true. They are creatively broke. The reason being is because of what I said. There are no small studios to push out the small creative movie, or it's not a lot of them. So nobody takes the shot.
Shout out to Pixar. I know they're doing Toy Story 5 and they do return to sequels, but they are for the most part very creative in their new stuff. I know Inside Out 2 was a sequel, I get it. But
Mhm.
still, wasn't it kind of cool and creative?
There's nothing wrong with sequels. I think you could be creative with sequels. When I say nostalgia, I'm talking about them doing the shit from 30 years ago. You know what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
Toy
Like,
Story, Cars, Finding Nemo, when it
yeah.
gets 20 years old and they've got a new installment.
Hmm.
Mufasa, they've got a new installment on The Lion
Right.
King.
You when you got to reach all the way back, you know what I'm saying? That's how I know. Oh, okay, y'all ain't no ideas over there.
Yeah.
And this better be good. If y'all gonna reach all the way back like that, it better be good. You know what I mean?
My takeaway from this is Hollywood is pushing that box off. Sorry, Hollywood pushing films that box us in specific genres,
Hmm.
period pieces, slave films, or The Help. Outside of that, other genres that we're in don't get supported. I'm not really mad at Hollywood today. I am in general, but I'm really focusing on Tyler more. And I think that, I can go to Hollywood to get those things. Tyler, give me the alternate. Give me something that's not that.
Do we do that with Scorsese though?
How many films does Scorsese make a decade? One, two?
Nah, he used to put them out. I think he got some film. We don't do that with Scorsese. We don't do that with George Lucas. We don't do that with Spielberg. We don't do that.
George Lucas doesn't do. Wait, do what? What do you mean do what?
Say, all right, give me something different. Like they be in a
Oh,
bag.
that's
Whatever
what
their
you mean.
bag is, they in it. And when uh Scorsese does his mob shit, his Italian whatever, or the Jewish stuff that they that they do, nobody says, why we gotta go back to that history. Like it's like only us, right? It's only us. And I'm not saying I'm tired of slave movies too. That part we can get rid of.
Yeah.
But as far
Scorsese
as
Scorsese does Megalopolis, then the industry as a whole in total doesn't always put Italians in that light too. It's not the same. I'm putting a racial responsibility on
Mhm,
Tyler Perry that's not on others. You're factual in stating that,
right.
and I agree
Mhm.
with it. And I think I'm justified in doing so. Why he
But
gets it.
why? Tell me why.
Oh,
Because of the
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 history because of the world we live in and the necessity to inspire and
mhm.
the necessity to discourage stereotypes. There's a much more
Yeah, that's
urgency.
another thing you said. You said watching that movie, it was and somebody even coming, they were like, wow, that's nasty work.
I know. Well, come here. We're gonna look at what I said. It's behind me. Six Triple Eight is a movie that came out. Netflix advertised it. I saw Tyler Perry name behind it. I kind of knew it's what Tyler Perry gives me, but still, I said this is a movie that I couldn't. What I was talking about and the way he's been treating her. That's the part of the movie I came on to.
But we were able to match the sender with the state where that perfume was sold and then trace it back.
Still not good enough. Look at that. Look at that uncertainty of like why the fuck did I just subject myself to that shit? Anyone who's got a
Now tell me
differing
what's wrong with
opinion,
that
let me
scene.
know. It's that for for a moment in my day,
Mhm,
I just witnessed the experience of racism. I just witnessed a prejudiced man dehumanize a woman based on how she looked. He didn't
mhm.
think she was enough, and
Yep.
the only reason he thought that way was because of the way she looked.
Mhm,
I don't want to program myself into thinking that way, that same way, by consistently seeing films and movies and TV
mhm.
shows where no, I'm so extra. Films and movies and TV shows. I could have just said media, right? I had to make it seem like I had a list. I don't want to consistently expose myself to that
Right.
and then get to my mental to a state where I'm also considering somebody who's melanated lesser than. And enough of that can happen. It can happen to me. I know it. J. Edgar Hoover knows it. The people watching this video right now, they know it too. Like this is
Mhm.
something that is dangerous.
I'm reading the chat too. I see the Sir Knight. Salute to Sir Knight, man. What up? What up? What up? It's okay. It's a double-edged history, but history is always a double-edged sword. See, the thing is, to the victor goes the spoils, right? I think we all know that. To history is told by the winner, so to speak. That's what they like to tell us, or shit. It's hell, not tell us, but it is true. So now having the opportunity to go back and to rewrite history correctly or tell it the way that it should have been told from the beginning, you're saying
Mhm.
not to do that. Only do it in documentaries where nobody's necessarily going to touch it. That's what you're telling me to do. You're telling me as a story as a creative, as a storyteller, somebody who would like to get this story out. Tyler Perry should have said, you know what? I like the story of these women who delivered this mail, but let's just make it a documentary where only 5 people is going to watch it.
No, I don't think there's anything particularly wrong individually this movie in a vacuum and that with that scene. I don't think that. I didn't want to watch it myself because I've seen
Mhm.
so many of it. I've seen the movie about certain figures, hidden figures.
Didn't think he said certain
Uh,
figure. Wow.
no, I actually meant to say certain figures, but
Oh,
hidden
okay,
figures
okay.
first of all, or red tails when
Mhm.
those men weren't they weren't dandy enough. They couldn't fly, but they showed how they could.
Right.
Or just a plethora. I've seen
Mhm.
so much of it. I wasn't criticizing this movie and Tyler Perry and the way he showed that happen. Like we do need to see that.
So
I see
you're
too much.
using that movie as an example.
No, I'm using that movie as my breaking point. Like if this is your first, so some 10-year-old, right? You want to
Mhm.
show them the importance of these women, and sure, put that in front
Mhm.
of him. That's his first time he's noticing it. That's all right. Or if you see one of these movies every 4 years, it's not so bad. But I'm good. I'm good on it. I saw Hurricane Carter go to jail. I saw 12 years, and I didn't watch that one. Roots. Like I'm good. I'm good on all of
New
the
Roots or
oppression.
old Roots?
I'm talking about the old one.
70s, 1970s Roots, or 2000. What was that? 2012 or something like
Kuta
that.
Kente. No, not new. What's new? There was a new Roots, really?
They did a New Roots. I couldn't watch it because I'm a big fan of the old Roots, so I couldn't watch it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna join my side. I thought you were gonna provide my
What?
reasoning. I couldn't see it. I had enough of it. I thought you were
No,
gonna
no, I'm a big. I watched it when I was young. I haven't watched Roots since. It's just I watched it when I was young. I can quote the shit. I can quote all of it. I watched Roots. I watched Queenie. I watched all of that. It's just the way I look at his, because I know the way my mind works. Chill is real crazy. So and another thing, and I don't want to sound like I even told this to Pam. I'm more probably well traveled than a lot of people, being that my father was military, so I got to see, touch, and feel a lot of other different cultures besides just my own. I got to talk, so I'm real open-minded with a lot of stuff. Plus, I'm a contrarian, and I will, whether I agree or disagree, I just like hearing the other side. You see what I'm saying? I'm one of those type of people. So great debater. A lot of people are like, oh, all you want to do is debate. Sometimes I want to debate. I just we wanted to pick your brain to see what's going on. But the reason why I'm gonna have to call you back, bro. The reason why I had like it was just slavery existed, but I just thought they told that story. It was a lot of, it traumatized a lot of people. To me, I watched it as a kid, and me and my older brother, we laughed at a lot of shit. Shit was funny. The actors, the sayings that they would say. So it became like, once I got over the trauma, it became just another fucking movie or another story. You know what I'm saying? That's what it became. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my messed up mind and how I function. But so when I hear you say, oh, the trauma is going to hurt the kids, or I'm past, because how old are you, Chill? What, you 30?
I'm not gonna answer, but I'm old enough for your point to
Look at
stand.
Chill.
Whatever you're
Chill
gonna
in the
say.
CIA. You know what? Chill is really a CIA agent or something, man. He don't be want to tell. He don't want to tell you what his age is, what his ethnicity is. I feel you though. I'm with that.
What you want? What, keep my parents out of this. Like, what do we? Why you guys need to know how old I am?
We don't. We
No,
don't.
you don't.
That's your
Just say your point.
business,
But your
man. That's
point,
your business.
you can you can figure it out. But go ahead.
That's
What do
your
you want to
business.
say?
But no. Sometimes we have to tell those stories because they've told our stories the wrong way to make them look in a better or positive light. So now that we have and you got to think, Tyler Perry, coming from the era that he comes from, it's different. When Chill gets to that point, or when your kids get to the point, or maybe the generation a little bit below you, they won't tell that story. They will tell the futuristic story because they grew up in a world to where it's a little bit more, I can see myself going to space. I can see myself. You got to think, when I came up, cartoons, Flintstones, no black folks in Flintstones. So we weren't even in the Stone Age, right? So then after the Flintstones go off, I watched the Jetsons. Hell, we ain't even in the future. Where the fuck we at? So it's, you know what I'm saying? We got to tell this story differently. We got to tell it differently. So that's where I figure, and I could be wrong, but I figure that Tyler Perry's like, hold on, man. Nah. Y'all ain't finna play with us to where y'all get to tell the story of how y'all won the war without black folks. How y'all can even get y'all mail without us. It's a lot of shit that y'all couldn't do without us. And I'm gonna tell these fucking stories.
Sure.
And it was a lot of struggle in that shit. And
There
it's
was.
a lot and what Sir Knight said, he said that we go beyond American history. We are American history. It's not beyond American history. We still creating that shit. We're not just beyond it. You woke up today, Sir Knight, and created American history. I woke up today and created American history.
Right.
And I think that's the whole issue with a lot of these stories. We have to let people know we are more than fucking slaves. We created We fucking if you get rid of the contributions that Black Americans did to America, there wouldn't be no fucking America. None whatsoever. Like at all. Wouldn't be no Hollywood, wouldn't be a lot of these companies, a lot of these banks, a lot of this shit, the land. So we got to tell this story. We got to let this history be known.
Yes,
Can't
we
hear
do.
you too. Okay, there you go.
The Super Soakers, all the inventions that were contributed by
Now,
Black America.
not to cut you off, a story about if that dude did a story on his life about the Super Soaker, his invention of the Super Soaker, and I'm pretty sure it was a struggle in that, him getting the patents and owning that shit and trying to get it out or getting it back. I think he had to get it back or some shit like that. Would you watch that, or would that be it's another trauma movie?
I'd like that. Does it have scenes like the one I just watched where the soldier or the general looks
It
at
could
her
be.
like,
It could be who was the big toy Tyco or whoever the fucking the toy company was back then. Might have been a general guy like him who looked down and said, "Nah, we still in this shit. This ain't yours no more. The Super Soaker belongs to Tyco. You made it in this back corner office.
yeah.
It's Tyco's property." You know what I'm saying? It might
If
be
that's what
something.
really happened, then you put that in the movie. And I think he was an astronaut. I don't think he actually needed like the approval of another company. I think he was with NASA. He just invented it.
I don't know his backstory. I have to go and look. I'm just spitballing, throwing shit out.
Okay, sure. But
Yeah.
again, I'm in support of these guys' stories. I'm in support of Tyler Perry creating this movie. I am not in support of me exposing myself to it and affecting the way I become. I've seen a lot of these types of movies. I get it. I don't need it to be proven. You know that message that they're talking about, that you couldn't even get the mail without these women. I don't have a problem with devaluing Black women where I think that they're incapable and they're not contributors to society. I don't need this movie. I'm not going to think of better of Kerry Washington and Ebony, the stars of this movie. I'm not going to think like, I used to look at them like this. Now I look at them like this. It's already beyond. Look, they're not even on camera. See how high they are? They're already over here with me. I'm
for
good.
you though, Chill. That's for you.
Yeah, for me.
It's a lot of. I got a daughter.
For me,
right?
Look at the title of this YouTube video.
Right,
It says,
I see it.
I couldn't watch 6 Triple
Right. No, I don't have an issue with individual individuals thing that they like. Their their likes or dislikes. I don't what you like is what you like, what you don't is what you don't, right? Mm-hmm. But because we're talking for public sake, because even with that, you're saying I would like to see more of this so it affects these people. Am I wrong?
So it affects everyone who watches it?
Yeah.
And watches Hollywood, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Or because you're saying, I forgot what your quote was. I know you just played it, but you were saying about looking down on melanated skin. I don't want. What'd you say?
I said, why the F did I subject myself to that? Why did I have to witness the experience of a negative racial treatment, interaction? I think I said something like that.
Something just on melanated skin or something. It was something like that. It was.
Yeah, it's right here. I don't know why we're talking about it here.
Go down to the comment.
The comment. You want to see that big comment?
Yeah. Wait. That's it. I don't think. That first comment.
Sorry. Wait. I want to just be really big. Okay, here we go.
I don't want to be thinking lesser of people whose skin is dark.
That statement made zero sense. That's like saying if you see a man kick a dog, you think less of the dog. If all I see of dogs on films is them getting kicked, it does create a standard. It's not true.
Okay, cool. Now, if you are a dog person, you like dogs.
I like Black women.
Right. Do you like dogs or hold on? I don't want to equate dogs. let's separate.
Oh, no, we weren't doing that, but keep going. You like dogs.
I'm just joking. But you would love to see the dog get its day, correct? Because you like dogs. So you would like one day that dog gonna bite the shit out of whoever kicking it. So when they make a movie about a dog getting back at the owner or whoever the fuck keep kicking the dog, shouldn't that shit be pushed out?
You're right. And it's a persevering story that should be pushed out. If seeing that movie means that I have to go through Act 1 and Act 2 of the dog being kicked constantly, then I'm going to start saying there's more dog kicking than there is the fight bite back. and I'll say that is
But
too
chill,
much.
that's chill. We in America, baby. That's what it's been. We
What
in
the
America. What
what?
are you talking about?
Oh,
For how in Hollywood,
yeah,
black movie, they are. What did they say about Black Panther? What did Ike Perlmutter say about Black Panther?
he said it wouldn't sell,
It wouldn't sell, chill. Out of his own fucking mouth, he said this shit would not sell.
and it didn't sell internationally as well as it sold domestically. Let's give him that.
I don't care. He said it wouldn't make a. He said it wouldn't make a fucking a penny, a red cent is what he said. Why y'all concentrating on Black Panther? Let's get this blonde hair, blue eyed, whoever out. Why y'all concentrate on
He
the
was
nigga
right.
cartoon?
He was right until they started making Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange. When they started digging deep and weren't doing Black Panther, and then I go, that's a terrible business decision. I could Perlmutter.
No,
For Captain America over Black Panther, I can see why you would want to make that movie before Black Panther. I'm just saying.
yeah,
I'm not
just
joining
talking
the
about
side of.
I'm just talking about the general him saying this movie Black Panther will not sell. Yes, Captain America. You know what I'm saying? If I'm him, you're right. Captain America over Black Panther, but that don't mean don't make a Black Panther movie. He's saying that shit ain't gonna sell. Why are we touching that? Why is he showing up in this movie? Right? Ike Perlmutter. A lot of people just think of Ike Perlmutter as the
What did
Marvel
I say?
exec. She just
I gotta go. Love y'all.
Ike Perlmutter owned. A lot of people don't know this. Ike Perlmutter owned Marvel.
Yeah.
Owned it. It was his.
His toy company acquired it
Toy
in the 90s.
Biz. I don't know if y'all remember Toy Biz. I got a lot of toys from Toy Biz. Sabretooth and Wolverine came in a pack through Toy Biz. He used Toy Biz to buy Marvel. That's he got it all out. So he was in full creative control up until the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy happened. He had to start letting some shareholders come do some shit, whatever. Ike Perlmutter said that shit would not sell.
Mm-hmm.
Not a what did it go and do?
Oh, $1,346,000,000.
The highest selling solo Avenger movie. Yes.
Yes.
I think he holds the title because I don't count Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like, I don't count Spider-Man. So it still holds the title.
It finished. It was the 8th highest domestic film of all time.
Of all time.
When it finished.
So that's not that. We're just talking Marvel. They've been saying that about black movies for the longest. For the longest. This is why you have to tell these stories, Chill. What if Tyler Perry went and told a story about that one black director that finally broke through in Hollywood?
Then he would have told the story.
And
then he would have told the story and people would have enjoyed it. And I, a person who has seen so many films with the theme of persevering through racism.
Why you keep watching those movies, Chill? Why you keep watching them?
Yeah, well,
that's what I gotta. Not what you saying, and I'm just fucking with you, but I'm fucking with you, but at the same time, I'm serious. Why do you keep watching? Like I said, I live it every day.
My argument is that I'm stopping watching them. It's okay.
That's cool.
The case that I'm making is that this is something I knew I wasn't going to enjoy, and so I didn't watch it. And these people, where am I? What's the comment I'm looking for? This movie.
That person?
Yeah, that one person, the one that I went back and forth with a couple rounds.
I
don't see her. Sorry for interrupting you, but I actually went back and forth with this person. It's missing. I'll find it in a second. I'll find it. I'm from the South, and I think Chill is making a patent. What does that word mean? Pertinent. I feel like I heard it before.
To this moment to produce black film that makes black mainstream a film that reminds people of our wins. But to me, that is a win. The showing what those black women did is a win to me. And I could be looking at it wrong. And because I'm like I said, I think Chill is not wrong in what he's saying. He's not wrong. Should we make movies that show that's a debaucherous movie. What it is, what was the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and old girl, the little love story?
I didn't watch it.
But why we don't something like that? I'm with you, Chill. I'm with you all day long. Why, you know what I'm saying? But at one point in time, we had a lot of that. Love Jones. We had that Love and Basketball. Like we had a lot of those. It's just I don't. There's a gap of time where black cinema. I don't know what happened to it. It's a gap in time where black cinema just kind of faded into nothing. You see it with TV, right? Quiet Place. Like I'm with you. We can do a Quiet Place. We can do that. We got Lupita in the third one, right? She wasn't. I don't know. Was she the lead? I don't know, but she was in it.
She was the lead.
You know, but Bird Box, right? We can do something like Bird, but we can do supernatural stories. We can do a black horror film, just all black people. That the stereotype of black, you know, oh, I would get up out of it. No, the fuck you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and then once those movies do happen, I'm gonna put an extra condition on it, which you're gonna hate. Beast. What's the one with Idris Elba and he's got the family? There's no mom in it. What's the other one?
Which one?
Beast. I think it's
Tyler
called
Perry
Beast.
one?
Maybe it's Tyler Perry. Maybe.
He
Okay,
had the
let
girls?
me jump off that. Let me just rewind to what you said about Love and
Okay.
Basketball because I thought of this. I was thinking, it feels like sports movies are the kind of way out. Like, fine, we'll show the positive. We'll give you both parents, and we'll show you the no racism. Just a matter of struggling to persevere, and it's always through a sports movie. Love and Basketball. Yeah, I want Love and Basketball. I want a romance. Damn it! Like it feels like there's that sports theme, and so that's a provision in my seeking of representation, which I'm adding. It's my new rules that I'm adding. I also don't want to see it executed in sports.
See, you like a woman with all these damn.
I understand.
Got to check this box. Which is fine. That's fine. You know, it's cool. Like I said, Chill. You're not wrong. My only issue with what you said was about why this story shouldn't be told. I think all stories should be told. All of them should be told.
I didn't say that. I didn't say this story should not be told.
No, I know not. I'm not talking in particular. I'm just when I'm saying just whether it's black trauma, whether it's black love, whether it's black space, whether it's black supernatural, whether it's black fiction, whether anything black should be told, right? It should be told. It should be told. If I want to do a werewolf, if I want to do what was the werewolf for vampires joint?
Moonlight.
No.
Twilight.
No, man. No, I just had it, and then you threw it with Kate Beckinsale, Underworld. Which was done by which created by a black man, right? But if he wanted to go all out and just do in Atlanta black vampires and black werewolves, I think it would have been dope, right? But he probably had to make a conscious business decision, or the studio had to make a conscious business decision to say, all right, if we do it, it's all black. Is he gonna show up? Is he gonna show up? Is that gonna show up? And you're saying we need to change that. And I'm with you. But it's gotta be, it don't have to be a slow change, but it's gotta be gradual. I gotta give it to you here. I gotta get it to you over here. I gotta give it to you over here. And I gotta get him, and him on board.
Well, I'm running to the guys giving it to me right away. All right. I'm not here for the gradual. Like Tyler Perry, I gave it my watch time. So technically, Netflix considers it a support because I played that thing. Once more money was being made from Black American trauma than triumph. Black cinema went on a decline. Are people wrong? Art. Oh, I love this guy. Aggressively relaxing. Are people making art wrong again? Chill. I'm simply speaking to the outcome of the art and what it inspires, what seeing it is going to promote, and what I don't want it promoting often. That's always when I complain about the art or criticize the art, it is for consumption and for criticism. Black vampires versus the kid. Yeah, William, you read my mind. As you were talking, I was thinking, yeah, isn't it awesome we're getting this movie, Sinners, as black vampires, and Ryan Coogler, top tier artist, director, actor. It's going to feature the Klan. Oh, I couldn't escape. Like, I couldn't just have black and vampire in the science fiction. No, I couldn't, bro. It's
in a period piece that you was expecting no racism in a Jim Crow South movie.
It didn't need to be a Jim Crow South movie.
Didn't say that. But if you see the movie, you got to know what you're expecting. Like I know, you know what I'm saying? Like black and white dynamic back then ain't what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's topical. I mean, it's accurate to the time. You're right. Until black folks start to support black cinema again without looking through the lens of the white media, right now social media has the attention of black folk.
it
That's
does.
true. So like emphasize the ones that are not trauma. So here's the account. She said to me, I randomly came across your video and I get what you're trying to say. In all honesty, as a black person who is lighter complexed than you, I found it offensive and problematic that you think watching my people hardship because of the color of your skin would make you think negatively of us instead of thinking negatively of the racist who has those views of us.
Mm-hmm.
I do think negatively of the racist who has those views, though. That's not true. Like this
I
is
agree with her, madam. She went in. Huh?
she, she. It's a stretch, though. It's of course I think negatively of the racist. Just because I didn't say that part, it's like it's implied. Yes, I get it. I do think negatively of the racist white man who is
Mhm.
subjecting, or who these women are subjected to racism from. That goes without saying. I guess I needed to say it though. And she
Okay.
says, I personally have to be in the mood to watch racism no matter who is getting discriminated against. But not because I'm going to feel or have negative thoughts about the oppressed, but because I don't want to be in a negative head feeling space about being in an oppressed group or at the oppressors in the moment because I'm feeling good and thinking pretty positively. But as you said, these stories are important, and so when I know I can handle the content, I watch because the story is important and the people history need to be told and learned. It doesn't matter if it's about black, white, everybody. I'm gonna watch at some point when I can emotionally handle it. So she's telling me her experience with the movies, which is
Mhm.
valid. You can say that, fine.
Right.
She says, none of these stories make me think negatively of the oppressed, only negatively about the oppressor. Basically, Chillmonger, that's on you. You think negatively of the oppressed person. I promise you, man, this is not a me issue. This is mass programming. This is intentional. There's a reason why these keep getting greenlit. Is because the evil man that we all know is hiding in the shadows of Hollywood wants this to be consumed and this portrayal to be so oftenly portrayed. This person tells me none of these stories make me think of negatively oppressor. Just says, based on what you said your reasoning was, bro, I think you might want to do some work before you post. I do not understand that you recognize that you was all over the place and then didn't articulate yourself well. But what you said was fuffed up. Oh, she wrote back later on. When I said thank you for your comment, I don't believe I need work done. I believe the industry is intentionally racist, and I believe consistently greenlighting trauma that portray black characters as slaves, or in this case, victims of racism, is to program the viewer into associating our skin tones with low status. It is why there is such a lack of big budget positive black films. Be that may be true. First of all, time out. After what I said,
He
I
said, "Time out."
love when people respond with
Mhm.
something like that. That may be true, or like confirmation that they heard what I said. I don't even know
Right.
what she said yet because I didn't read this comment yet. I don't even
Mhm.
know what her comeback is, but it's just nice to know I was heard. Like I'm not gonna write something back. I'm just okay. You heard what I have to say. You said be that may be true. So you said she says be that may be true. It doesn't make me nor should anyone else start looking black people in a worse light. If it does, your thinking process is messed up. With that logic, you see a bully beat up on his victim and you look at the victim negatively instead of the bully. Time out. Time out. Geeks, nerds with the glasses, four eyes, all that stuff. Skinny dweebs, the way that they dress with the overalls or the shirt tucked in. These guys get consistently bullied and consistently bullied.
Mhm.
And seeing that in my media since I was 0 years old to the age that I am now that Blue doesn't know, ever since that time, it has formed it is formed in my
A
head
mindset.
a stigma, a mindset
Mhm.
of what a nerd is, a geek is, and it's not a positive one. It Yeah, when I see the bully beating up the person, I know that the nerd is the victim and I feel for him and I'm sympathetic towards him. But when I consistently see that person in that likeness wearing that getup,
Mhm.
I am gonna think away of him. of that nerd, of that geek. It does work. It does what she's complaining about does happen. That is messed up because that's what you're saying. The racists are the bullies. The black people are victims. God,
she really, she like writing us. See.
Should I even continue reading this, bro? We're almost at an hour at the live stream. I don't want to go longer.
I agree with a lot of her comment. I agree with a lot of her comment. The way, and maybe I think she saw the same thing. The way you came off is it did sound like that. And I don't think you tried to present it like that.
Yeah.
But it kind of did come off like that. Like, if I watch this now, I'm gonna think worse of the black, you know what I'm saying, of the black girls or whoever is the oppressed is. So I kind of agree with her on that. She articulated herself pretty well too. I want to salute her on that. A lot of writing. But
so she gets a heart.
Yeah, go ahead, heart that. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. My thing is when it comes to, and I guess I've kind of said it, it's got to be told. It's got to be told. Like, matter of fact, Critical Dre. Black art trying to escape Black racial history, struggle, and overcoming challenges is denial. Like, we can address that and move forward, but we can't not act like that isn't there, or it did, especially when I'm doing a period piece. I guess you're saying, hey, why do a period piece at all, right?
No. Do the period pieces, good. There's a generation who needs to see them, and with the advancements in cinema, we can't expect them all to watch all the ones from the 80s, 90s, and the aughts that I'm talking about that I've seen enough of. Do it for those people. Not for me. It's not for me.
Like William said, I have Vietnamese who only knew Black people through movies he saw before coming to. I remember being in boot camp. Dude said he had never seen a Black dude, only on TV. Came up to me, he started talking, hey, do y'all do this? Do y'all do that? And I had to look at him. That's what you think, Black, you know what I'm saying? So this is why the stories have to be told. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be told. Both things needs to, matter of fact, both things need to happen, Chill.
Need to happen.
Those stories need to be told, and we can go forward. We can go forward. We can tell the futuristic story or the being the superhero or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're getting into that territory, right? I think we're getting into that territory.
Yeah, but sometimes you can go back in time, like the Super Soaker guy, Larry something. That dude, if we went back in time, it would be 70s, 80s, 90s, where the Voting Rights Act has already passed. You know, you're kind of I'm just saying you can't escape racism. And like, let's pretend me and you are talking about some guy who invented something in the year 2010. You can tell that movie with racism too. Like, the racism aspect is always going to be present, no matter of what time it is.
It's America.
It's
America. Yeah. And I guess that's what I was trying to get at. Like, it's America, man. Like, racism is embedded in America. It's super soaked into the soil of America. That's just what it is. And I don't see a way out of it or around it, or, you know what I'm saying? We just got to go through and we're going to get racism on us. No matter what racism is, you could be the most, I love this people or that people. You're going to get racism on you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The shit is, America reigns racism. That's just what it is. And whether it's blatant racism or whether it's incognito racism, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there. Racism, bigotry, all of that shit is just there. It's mixed into the DNA of what being an American is. Either you deal with it or you dish it out. I'm saying when watching your video, it kind of made it seem like that you already had a preconceived notion that people are the people who haven't seen something like this are already racist. They already got their minds made up, and they're just going to keep looking down on that. It's not going to make people say, you know what? That's crazy that they used to do this to Black people back then, or the way that they treated these Black women when it came to them trying to just deliver the mail for them. Hell, they trying to do some shit for them, and they still was treating them, you know what I'm saying, bad, and putting them in this bad fucking hangar that had to be renovated and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when like I said, either mishearing it or just maybe you came off unintentionally with that type of energy, it just kind of felt like that. Like, we just gonna, like your analogy about the dog. If the dog keep getting kicked, is it the dog's fault? And which is not a bad analogy because damn dog bite back or fight back. That's kind of it's kind of like I'm not putting you into the Kanye, but when Kanye said slavery was a choice, he was absolutely right. But nigga, you wrong. Like, no, it's sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I actually don't know. I want you to expound on that. He was absolutely right. Why was he right?
Okay, so a choice, meaning
like the slave chose to be enslaved?
No, meaning everybody has a choice. I can either jump off this boat because remember the whole thing was I could jump off. I don't have to be a slave. I could jump off this boat. I can kill myself. I can do all that types of things. I can make myself bad product. That was a lot of the rhetoric that was going on around that, right?
Okay.
So that's what I mean. He's absolute. If you start thinking like that, but as a person, what person wants to die? What person wants to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of themselves just because they're now locked up? We got people in jail right now facing life. I would love to know what the suicide rate is of prisoners facing life. I don't know neither. I just would love to, you know what I'm saying? Because then I would look at, because that's all what jail is. That's what prison is. You in bondage, you're in slavery. So I would love to know, or is it hope? Hey, we here now, but tomorrow I might slap the shit out of Mouse, and I'm gonna at least take you, and we're gonna try to get up out of here. You see what I'm saying? If I can live to another day, or if I can make it to this point, if I can just get here, you know what I'm saying? Everything will be fine when we're against the terrorist lean. If you ever seen Willow, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that. So these movies is supposed to be depicting what hope and determination got us and how it got us through. And don't give up, because tomorrow could be your big break. Tomorrow could be your you know what I'm saying, going to the promised land moment. So that's why these stories got to be told. Because right now, I do know a lot of these kids, mental disorders, suicide is heavy with a lot of these kids. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I shouldn't be saying that on. I didn't say it a couple times. Let me stop. I'm sorry, but
actually,
you get what
once you pass the hour mark, we're safe. I think
we're good.
Yeah.
But so you got to tell these stories to let them know, hey man, you're more than what somebody say you are. That's why. And once you understand that you're more, tell the futuristic. Now you can go on and tell the futuristic story, because maybe it's a kid out there who watches this movie and says, I get it now. And now he wants to say, hey, chill, let me get that comic.
I am that kid, though. I am the person who's at that point that you said. I saw 99 films and I don't want 100th one. And so I'll avoid the 100th one as long as I can until I've seen 99.
And I guess don't poo-poo on the 100, the 101, the 102, the 103, the 200, the 2. Don't poo-poo on those because you've seen enough.
I got to give my take. Like, films are open for criticism, and so I got to give you my.
But criticize it for being the film.
There's actually something I bit my tongue on. There's I know I choose not to criticize it for the film. Just to answer what you said, I choose to criticize it for the idea that it was made, and how I need more, and how I need more.
You know what? And it's okay to criticize for the idea. Hey, Tyler, why did you make this? But
yeah, that's it. That's all.
Tyler Perry, why did you make this movie?
Yes.
And that's a valid question.
Thank you. And that's all it was. Valid. And that's all that video was. That 4-minute video that I just let me hit record.
That
one take. Nasty. Let me just record it.
That wasn't. Hey Tyler, let me ask you a question. Energy. That was Tyler. What the fuck? What are you doing with this bullshit? Why are you giving us this motherfucking trauma-filled fucking movie again? I want to see. Why I can't see Madea in the future? Why I can't get that?
As long as I'm not saying why are you giving us, and I'm saying why are you giving me? I'll always be valid in my ability to like speak for myself. As long as it's an I and a me and a Chill only. Chill believes this, and that's why Chill couldn't survive watching that scene, and that's why why did I just subject myself to that? I think I'm always gonna be valid in saying that. The points of the video that I said I'll give you that. If I did say it, I don't remember word for word what I said. It's 4 minutes. It's in the live chat. Sorry?
You had some energy in there. You had some of that we energy, or we
all right,
which is fine. And we human too. I'm not gonna address, get on you for that. To interchangeable of I and we. I get it. You could, because you are still a representation of.
It's a linguistic error that means all the difference. Saying we than saying I. Yeah. There's a big enough difference to raise.
Right, but I would implore you to, if you're gonna do a critique like this, go directly ask Tyler direct. Like how I've been coming at Bo real crazy lately. I don't know if you've been seeing it, but I've been coming in like, and I'm coming directly at him for the bullshit that he keeps saying. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna come at Tyler, come say, hey Tyler, why did you? And then list out your points. Not because it's like being enlightened, right? You just because you enlightened, that don't mean shit on the ones who's still trying to make it up the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Or they trying to get to where you at, chill. People gotta watch the 99 to get to where you at. So don't say stop making these movies and then the motherfuckers can't get to the 99.
Well, we don't. There is an abundance of these movies. We can afford for 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 3, like yearly. How many trauma or like struggles or documentaries or retellings based on a true story and it was racist? We get enough of those a year.
We ain't got a lot lately though. We ain't got a lot lately.
Okay.
We ain't got a lot lately.
I'm not gonna draw a list and stuff.
No, because I see, I'm not arguing against you. It's just as I think about it, I don't think we've gotten a lot of the last. What was the last?
When was the Harriet Tubman one with Arrivo? Cynthia Reeve.
That was pre-COVID, right?
2020, 2019, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say that was pre-COVID. So we haven't got like a lot of trying to think. I don't think so. And I think that's the reason why Tyler went so hard with this, because we haven't had. And I think he wanted this to be his Hidden Figures.
Yeah. Because Hollywood has traditionally hidden Black heroic excellence overcoming racism, modern Black heroics are deemed unbelievable and unbankable. That's basically what you're saying. Films like Malcolm X need to be made. It was made. Junior says, accurately depicting Black characters in historical settings requires a deep knowledge of America's past. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. She doesn't get the Reverend Dr. Chill knows what's best to improve humanity at peak efficiency. Hollywood blockbusters following a simple list of rules laid out in his videos. Aggressive or relaxing? If what I'm suggesting in my little rules, if they were followed, those same actors would be cast, making the same amount of money, possibly even with sequels. The same level of employment and diversity requirements are being met by the studio, except the level of inspiration coming out of the studio, coming out of the movies would be noticeably affectable. Like they would actually influence, they would actually inspire. They would result in people, you know what I mean, trying to become a doctor because they saw this doctor movie, trying to become this because they saw that, and not just athletes all the time. Queen and Slim shouldn't have been made
at all.
Okay.
Now, chill. If you would have critiqued that movie and said the same, I would have been, oh shit, I'm with you. Let's go.
Don't even get me started on American Pimp. That's an oldie, but
not
y'all.
American Pimp.
Right. The next movie you guys need to check out in the theaters is from Jonathan Majors. It's called Merciless, and it's coming out on March 21st. It's about a bodybuilder. To my knowledge, it's not racial
Merciless.
trauma.
Merciless ain't about a bodybuilder.
You're right. Magazine Dreams. Check that one out. Check out the 4-minute video that I keep referencing.
But hold on,
here.
chill. Wait.
Huh?
It's based on is it not based on a true story or something like that?
Killian Maddox, the character,
with some struggle, some trauma. You gonna pick up that movie?
As long as the trauma is not due to his racial identity and it's trauma.
A black man in weightlifting ain't trauma. Oh, it's some trauma in there.
Well, if I see,
I guarantee you,
if I see you can't lift that, if I see,
I guarantee you. Chill. Look, I'm gonna tell you,
trauma. That's not the same trauma that I'm talking about.
I'm talking racism. Yes, I ain't talking about you can't.
If it's got that, then I'll say, oh, I can see why Hollywood made this movie. But it was a Searchlight movie, right? It wasn't one of the major studios.
Yeah, it was Searchlight.
Still Disney, I guess technically.
It was Searchlight. It's in there. I grew up, look, chill. I'm telling you, I'm an 80s baby, man. I remember when weightlifting used to be on ESPN early in the morning. You watch that shit, hella racism. Wrestling, come on. We know wrestling is racist, right? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a would you watch a Coco Beware or
I would,
Atlas?
but I love Tony Atlas,
Yeah.
Rocky Johnson. I love these guys already so much that that's a good way to get me into the racial trauma movie. It's a wrestling movie. Oh, all right, fine, I'll check it out.
So you picking and choosing.
Yeah, I'm picking and choosing. I'm good. Military, I don't need anything glorifying the military. Free Palestine. Like I'm
Oh
good
man.
on these real world effects of patriotism.
Nah, man.
I
And
could skip.
that movie, and I'm gonna tell you this. Talking military, and I loved. I'm sorry. I fuck with the military. I'm ex-Navy, so and I remember the mail call being overseas. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in, email wasn't big like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have computers in their house and everything like that. So it was still letters.
It
Boot
wasn't
camp.
like that in the 1900s.
Huh? No, it wasn't. They didn't have email back then. They didn't, you know. But so it got me with that. Oh, these, you know what I'm saying? The whole mail call situation. I know that already. You know what I'm saying? So that's my bias. And I think everybody got their biases, their pros and cons when it comes to watching a movie, which is fine. We all people, we all human. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no issue with that. But yeah.
Yeah, so long as your con is not, can you believe that they're calling these women heroes? What about the woman, the men, the Normandy? What about them? Like, you know how many racist videos I'm watching right now that are trying to go like, well, in the trailer they use the word hero, and that's why these women aren't heroes.
They're
And look at
heroes.
this.
They hero. But see,
Yeah,
that's why the story's gotta be told, chill. Just because of that. How you gonna say? Because if I deliver it, if I cook, I might not be on the front line shooting no gun. I might not be
yeah,
storming the
you're
beach
right.
on Normandy.
Yeah,
But I
but
feel
you're the cook.
every night you got something to eat, whether it was hot or cold. You got something to eat because of me.
Yeah,
And some of y'all wouldn't even be able to get up the next day to go storm the beach at Normandy because you was fucking hungry or starving. But guess what? I whipped up something for you. You know what I'm saying?
if I'm a racist YouTuber, I'm gonna go. Netflix made a movie about that. What
Yeah.
about the more guys who's put their life on the line? Netflix is over here focusing on the wrong thing just because they're black. Like, I know what a racist YouTuber sounds like,
Yeah.
who needs his head checked and who's
There you go.
trying every
Mhm.
every little thing where I can get this wedge in.
It's heroes on every front. That's
Uh-huh.
wars are fought on many different I can start. Think about a blockade. What does a blockade do? That's a military tactic. What does it do? It stops goods from getting in, which means I end up starving the people
Like what's happening
and the
in Gaza
fighters.
right now from the Israelis who are
There
putting
you
an
go.
internet blockade.
Yeah.
They're not allowing supplies into the north.
Come on,
They
man.
they even
Now
like put the like river.
imagine with that. I'm sorry, Chill, with that blockade happening, and then Chill being the guy who goes and finds goods and can get the goods across. Are you not a hero? You ain't shoot not one bullet, but you delivered bullets and delivered munitions and delivered food. You think those guys who went and gave their life on the front line ain't praising Chill for allowing?
Nah, but you see, Blue, I'm a racist YouTuber who doesn't want the notion of black women be getting respected on Netflix. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me put a limit to this right now and compare them to the people who are living their lives and show just how on the level of sacrifices, the male people, they're less sacrificial, giving of their lives. And that's why this is a problem. That's what I'm gonna do if I'm a racist YouTuber. All right, that's it. Go away now. I was gonna end it like that, but I don't want to end it like that. We should talk about you, your Blues House. If you're new guys and you don't know who this man is, we've done enough videos together before. His YouTube channel is Blues House. Blue Minati, find it, tweet him if you want to
I'm
reach
doing
him.
a rebrand too, Chill. Doing a rebrand. Gonna be doing more than just comic books. I'm gonna start branching into other things. Because of people like you, Chill. I was thinking about sports. I thought about sports.
You got the Kobe jersey behind you. They can't see it. That one.
Yeah, man. Kobe and Nip. I got the 20, yeah, man. That's my guy. Cried when Kobe died, man.
Yo, I was affected too. Did I cry? I was in such shock. Shock.
Nah, man. Wife came down.
Mad.
What the hell is wrong? I said, man, Kobe died. She said, you like Kobe was, and I know we're getting off on the tank. Kobe was like, he reminded me so much of my older brother, you know what I'm saying? Who taught me basketball, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it was just, and I was there from his journey from high school all the way to it's like he was family. So when he died, yeah, man, that's it. It hit home.
Now that's a guy. That's a creative who was creating fiction. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Mamba mentality wasn't just a basketball thing, and I was hurt when he died. Who we got there? Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality. When he died, I was mad at the people reporting it. How could they? When he died, it hurt. I was stunned that it happened.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt. Nip hurt because I knew Nip, so that hurt. Yeah.
Nip was accomplishing things on Crenshaw and Slauson, and now if you go there, that plaza is closed. Like they won't.
Well, it's still there, but they moved from the marathon store moved, and all of that because it was getting vandalized and it was just a lot of crazy stuff. I was there 2 years ago. I went there 2 years ago. And yeah, they was like, nah.
About 2 years ago, that's the person I'm thinking about who told me about it was there and told me like, yeah, it was just like gated off. You can still get your photo in, but it's they said that it was becoming too much of a site where
tourist trap and then violence.
Yeah. That's according to the streets live reporting or secondhand report coming from me. That's someone I can trust who told me this.
Allegedly, let's just throw that out there. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. I'm always protect myself. Allegedly.
That's right.
That's the case.
But yeah, I didn't mean to get off on that tangent, man.
That's cool. My mama mentality, Nip. Something I want to say that's kind of related to that. Ooh. Nipsey Hussle and Kobe Bryant. I forget, but I'll probably mention it next time we talk to each other. It's been an hour 21. You got 21 extra minutes out of me, Blue. But we're out.
Man. Thanks. I do that all the time, man.
Yeah, you do that all the time. Shout out to Tyler Perry for your achievements in the film industry. So definitely support you morally.
We need and before we need more Tyler Perrys. I like what 50 Cent doing. I like what Cat Williams. We need more of that. That way, Chill don't get mad at just Tyler Perry. He can get mad at some other people. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Give me more of that. Give me. It's sister. The father of sister, Tim Reed. He owns a studio. He's got his own. Nobody talks about him. He owns his own studio. So
does Byron Allen?
No, Tim Reed.
Yeah, but does Byron Allen also? He owns the
Byron
Weather
Allen owns his own. I don't know if he got a studio, but I know he owns like the Weather Channel and some other stuff. Like Byron Allen is. I would love to see him when he was trying to buy Paramount or I think it was BET.
He wanted BET. Then he said, "Let me just."
But then he said, "Let me go get Paramount." Yeah, but Sundance went or Skydance when it got Paramount. Now they done, merged or whatever. But I like to see. I want to see because we got some black millionaires and billionaires. I would like to see them throw their money into because I hate to say it, we are entertainment, right? Like we are probably the biggest consumers of entertainment and also the biggest makers of entertainment domestically here in North America, I would say.
Change that to culture, and I agree with you.
Okay.
Not a consumer of entertainment or a creator of cultural lingo, a creator of
well, the reason I say entertainment because look, we run all sports, right? We as far as playing in them, but we don't own them. That's what I mean.
That's such an American. I'm in hockey. I'm in Canada, hockey land, where.
Oh yeah, I forgot, man. My bad. In America,
well, I mean, shit,
bro. But I saw the brothers in hockey. I see them coming.
I saw a statistic. It's something like 5 or 6% of black hockey players.
They showing up. Hey, look. Once if it. I think the thing about black folks, we real flashy. We want to be in front of the camera. If it's on more TVs and it gets a little bit more.
If we can take that helmet off,
we'll show up. Make some if they can figure out how to make a hockey star, black folks is there.
See, the goalies are allowed to spray paint and make their helmet something unique, and that's always been a cool thing with hockey. The football players don't have that.
No,
they get a letter C on their chest.
That's it, Captain. But yeah, good live, man. I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, Junior Network. Shout out to my man, Junior Network. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna hold you. Let me get my hairline all the way back. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know, everybody check out Wonder Man, Yahya Sharif Abdul Rahim. You like my Dre
I can't
impersonation?
see. Still, I can't do Wonder Man. I can't do it. After reading the synopsis, I know we're supposed to be signing off. After reading what that's supposed to be about, I said, y'all are really playing in my fucking face. Y'all are really playing with me.
So someone's gonna justify it. Race is not essential to the character. That's why it's okay, you know.
But you know what, Chip? It's crazy. It's like a. The reason I say they playing with me because is he playing a white dude? Because he's playing Yaya in the movie.
It's
Is
still,
he, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
still keeping away Blue Marvel from happening. It's because they're doing Wonder Man. It's why they're gonna say you guys don't need to see Night Thrasher because we're already doing. Yeah, he's playing Wonder Man. See, that's why we're doing enough representation. That's the cause, the problem for me.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's an expenditure of a resource which
Mhm.
could be used on actual black characters. And then Yahya Abdul Mateen II is not going to be doing another movie because he's too busy
Right.
elevating a white character. What movie, what script could have been presented to him that he could have been doing? He could have been launching the next, the next huge thing.
He could have. Well, I know he was trying to go. You and K Dot, y'all talked about the race swapping of Jay Jonah, right, and Perry White. And then I think K Dot even brought up in Superman
Jimmy Olsen.
And I want this. I just want to add this on. I think I would give Perry White a pass. Only reason because he's been kind of dueling. It's been a white Perry, it's been a black Perry, been a white Perry, been a black Perry. So I would kind of give that a pass. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jimmy Olsen, I want to kind of slightly give that a pass too, because it's been white, black, white, black. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thought on that? Where they constantly switching white, black? Yeah.
It's that the dueling is the problem. All the times and iterations of the Daily Globe that we've gotten, dueling who gets to be is it Jimmy this time? Is it Perry White this time? Is it both this time? Are they going to be white? All this time we could have been just having another person working at that office who literally is always black. Where's Tyrone? Put Tyrone in the Daily Globe offices, and finally we can have a character who's reoccurring, who is always going to be depicted as black. That's the solution. But the dueling doesn't make things half as bad or half as good. I actually think it makes it worse. Like,
Okay.
damn, we keep
I just want to know
switching.
where you stood at on it.
Yeah, I'll never support any sort of race swapping just because of what it takes. It takes from actual progression. This show probably has we got to be 10% black, or as we learned from Warner Brothers in that Professor Snape video that I did, they were content with maintaining their 12% black African American. It was on a pie chart and it's on their website. When you're telling me that you're only going to get 12%, please let's allot that 12% on actual black characters who stay black and not temporary. Not they're black this time, and next time we'll make Albus Dumbledore, he'll be the black representative of Harry Potter, and then the third time they do the reboot, because it's a successful franchise, we're gonna get Harry Potter over and over. I think we know that, right? It's gonna be like Superman, how we get reoccurring versions of Harry Potter
Harry
for
Potter
every
too big
generation. We're gonna get more Harry Potter. It's gonna be reoccurring. I think that don't just swap who gets to be black time and time again. Look at the character Dean Thomas and give him a subplot in each of these seasons and make him more relevant. And then
that's their issue is they look at those smaller characters as who gives a fuck, let's change them, right? Like you said, Harry Potter never be black. I think you also said, who did you say? Peter Parker never be black, Batman will never be, Bruce Wayne will never be black. Like they're too big to race swap.
I never said that. I never said that. Huh? I didn't say that.
I thought that's what you said. Was that K-Dot?
He's too big or he's too established to be a black character.
I'm saying I added that. I'm just saying that I think you said you'll never see Peter Parker, you'll never see Batman be race swapped. It was either you or K-Dot who said it.
It's probably not me who said it because it isn't my point or where I lead with it. Just it takes the conversation somewhere I don't want it to go. So if I said it, I regret saying it. So I don't want to go there. But yeah, go ahead. Your point. What's your point?
Oh no, I'm just saying I believe that those studios or those owners of those IPs would never allow that, because Batman being white and rich is part of who he is.
He has to
Like
be
that's
old
part of who he
money.
is.
He has to
Yeah.
be old money. He can't be a black man in an American in New Jersey. And Gotham is in New Jersey.
Yeah. He
200
can't
years maybe. You can't be that rich for that long.
he can't be that. Peter Parker, which I look at Peter, I'm like, Peter Parker is kind of black anyway, like the way his upbringing is, you know what I'm saying? But they will never allow that because he's the highest selling. What was the highest selling books?
Enough said. You don't even got to do that. Yes, you're right.
Absolute
They would never allow
Batman,
it because it would just sell less,
Spider-Man.
and you wouldn't risk the money on
Yeah,
Peter
there
Parker.
you go.
You'll make his girlfriend black, which they've done 3 times.
Who?
The 3 Spider-Man with Tom Holland. He's always interested in a black woman.
Oh,
Zendaya's
MJ.
character and Laura
MJ.
Harrier's.
And then yeah. And the first girl, what was her name?
Liz Allen, which is a white comic book character, as K-Dot corrected me.
Okay. So they even race swapped her. 1:30. Let's end it. We good.
Subscribe. We're out.